I sure do hope nothing bad happened the 1 month we decided not to record.
I don't think that's the case.
So Sony is ending all production of physical media. So yeah, literally 1 day after we recorded the last episode.
This always happens. Every time we record. Because the way we record things, we record like a bunch of episodes in one sitting, and then we take like a month off to screw around and do whatever the heck we want.
And do like other projects while like, you get drip fed the content.
So what tends to happen almost every time we do one of these batch recordings, some huge monumental piece of news comes out literally the day after. And it just so happened that this one ended up coming out the day after we recorded the last couple episodes.
Yeah, so essentially Sony just out of the blue decided, hey guys, we're not making any physical discs for any of our video games ever again starting January 2028. Because they claim the consumer shifts means that all the consumers are going digital. Did they choose to elaborate on any of that? No.
No.
In fact, actually, there's actually still an internal memo of everyone needs to shut up about this internally.
Yeah.
Like, never mention this, never talk about it. Do not. Which
I mean, in the days following that announcement, it was dead silent on all their social medias. They went like a good week without posting anything because they knew that people were gonna get lambasted in the combat section, which they still are. Mm-hmm. Anytime Sony posts anything, people are like, "Hey Sony, how about those physical copies? How's that going?"
It's and like there's just so much bad. Unironically, the fact that anyone is giving Sony money at this point is kind of ridiculous. Because first of all, they didn't tell anyone about this.
No, this came out of the blue, like completely.
Completely out of the blue. There's no data to back this up that they released. And then they paid for hit pieces with data to prove that, what was it? It was like 70% of all digital purchases were, of all game purchases were digital. Mm-hmm. Turns out they were including things like buying V-Bucks.
That
in digital-only games.
Absolutely nothing.
So someone took the leak from, we covered this a long time ago, there was an Insomniac leak, right? That showed off everything. We know it's true because everything at this point has been true about things like the Wolverine game and all that stuff. But it actually had metrics about, can we not, Mr. Reddit? Thank you. It actually had metrics to show that if we want to look, in 2023, by the way, this was the breakdown of all of their 33 first-party games. A majority of them were all physical.
Of course they were.
Uncharted 4, 83% of copies were bought physically. Sackboy: A Big Adventure, 77%. Ratchet & Clank: Rift Apart, 76. God of War: Ragnarok, 76. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, 71. Like, these are all physical copies. And I think the one Sony exclusive that was not, in the majority was MLB The Show.
Oh, who cares?
A sports game.
Yeah, who cares?
But that was at 49% physical or something like that.
Yeah, so it's still pretty even split.
Most PlayStations are the ones with the physical disc drop.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did this is completely insane, right? The fact that they at the same time also it had this they shadow dropped this new I think it's a thing that they've had for a year where essentially if you don't log into your PlayStation account for a year, they just revoke all the licenses for the games you bought.
I saw that, yeah.
And you want me, the consumer, to be like, oh hey, no, I'm okay with no physical, just don't mess with my digital games. They delist games all the time, never relisting it. They make it so you can't download games you bought sometimes if you delist them. And now, if you just don't touch your account for a couple of years, they just delete your purchases.
They take your games away.
They just take the games away.
Which is, part of the larger issue of digital ownership. Most of the time when you buy something digitally, you don't actually own it. You have a license to use it. And that's why people are like getting so up in arms about this, rightfully so, because it means any game you buy from Sony you will not own ever.
And it doesn't help that Sony is not only forcing people, especially on PC, to make PSN accounts to booster their numbers for stockholders.
Yep.
Like they just released Marvel Tokon. It is region locked. You cannot buy this game. It is digital only, in some places, on Steam, in 119 countries. Are we for real? And you're like, oh, digital's the future. And without digital, there's no price control in any of these games. I know some people are at this point, it's like, you know what? Yeah, games should be $100. Stop, cut it out.
Shut up.
Stop it. No one. Congratulations, you're gonna get a flop game. Okay, I don't care. We were already told, hey, the $70 price increase was because physical costs so much to make, and then every digital game is also $70.
Yeah, so what's the point there?
So now we know that was a lie, and now we're just basically.
And also, don't forget, most physical games nowadays are just like blank discs, anyways.
To give you a license to download it, which is again ridiculous. It's very much that this was a shareholder idea to maximize profits on their failing console, that they're deciding, okay, let's just do the most anti-consumer thing possible because we want all the profits. Which, okay, that's fine. But didn't they also just say they want to bring back live service games? The reason they haven't made any money this generation because they keep trying to make live service games.
What do you mean bring them back? They never left.
They're like, You
just never had a successful one, Sony. They didn't go anywhere.
They just keep doing this stuff, and it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just so ridiculous. And I think like right now it's right now it's like everyone's saying like this is, and they're doing the thing that the AI bros do because there's no actual positive in this at all. There's literally zero. So they just go, it's the future, guys. Deal with it. It's the future. So again, to reiterate, most people bought a PlayStation with a disc drive to play physical games.
I did.
Yep. No one bought the digital version of the PS5.
No.
There's a chip shortage, which means buying hard drive space is an issue. So the discs actually come in handy to install it and uninstall it pretty easily. So storage is an issue. Your console, you're upping the price of. Your online service, you're upping the price on. When you do digital only, you're going to have less sales. They also introduced, they're testing dynamic pricing so that certain gamers, if they know that if they have more money, they won't give you sales anymore.
That's disgusting. That's actually disgusting.
Yeah, so they're doing that. And you're trying to tell me, oh, this is the future? This is a pod? No, this is actually cataclysmic.
Yeah. This is one of the greediest business decisions I've ever seen.
And I know that apparently they're looking, and they didn't tell any third-party developer this at all.
No.
Like, when we found out, the world, everyone found out. To put this into perspective, when Microsoft was going to bring back backwards compatibility, the industry knew about it for years. That's for backwards compatibility, not ending all physical production of your product. They are now making a digital monopoly. I know they're getting sued up the wazoo by places like California.
Good.
Because, it's insane. And if this is successful, which I don't know if it will be, this is actually career-ending, potentially.
Do you think they'll back down at all?
There's literally no plans. They've already sold all their production studios, which is insane, by the way. That you just cut it cold turkey, and then beforehand you slowly closed out all your disc printing stuff.
That's awful.
I know they rebought one of them again.
Okay.
I do know that, but here's what happens: if Wolverine comes out and it flops, they're cooked.
And honestly, I'm still seeing a lot of people just kind of have a reaction to literally everything that we've seen from Wolverine.
I know people are roasting it every single time there's a new trailer, and to the point where I think the developers had to make a comment saying, "Hey, you guys are seeing like really nasty things now."
Yeah, I saw that.
Hard on. And it's like, on one hand, I feel bad, but on the other hand, brother, you spent 8 years and it looks like this.
Yeah, you know what? This is totally an aside, and I've seen absolutely no one mention this about Wolverine. It really bugs me that he looks like Tom Cruise. He looks like Tom Cruise.
I thought you were going to bring up the fact of the Sabretooth voice actor sounds terrible.
Oh, I haven't even heard that.
Oh, he sounds bad.
Again, this is indicative of how much I've paid attention to the development of this game. Wolverine looks like Tom Cruise, and it drives me insane. It takes me out of it. I'm like, that's not Wolverine. That's just Tom Cruise. That's Tom Cruise. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I mean, if they get like more flops, I mean, someone's gonna have to tell them at a certain point it's because physical media.
Yeah.
Because like Spider-Man 2 sales spiked because guess what? Spider-Man 2's on physical. You can get it for super cheap. And guess what? A new Spider-Man thing came out.
Yeah.
So people bought it. Right? And Spider-Man 2, reminder, has no DLC because they canceled all of it because it didn't make back. They
spent too much money on it.
They spent so much money on it. And they're just going straight to 3.
Yeah.
So, like, you see the issue here? And it isn't Spider-Man 1 remaster, which is digital only, by the way. Spider-Man 2 went up.
Yeah. The one that has a physical copy.
The one that has a physical copy.
Interesting.
I'm noticing.
There's a trend here, guys.
Because that one was deemed, Spider-Man 2, everyone has universally agreed that it is fine.
Yeah. You know, it's not as good as the first one.
Games that are fine compared to the better first game, usually people buy the better first game. Especially since they're like, what, a couple years apart? You know? So it's ridiculous. This is bad. I hope this flops so bad.